I said Southside, what's up? Y'all doing alright this morning? Let me hear y'all say top five. Let me hear y'all say top five. Alright, y'all, what we here today to talk about is your top five friends. I am Don Mills. I thank you guys for having me today. I really appreciate Miss Abby Williams for inviting me to you guys' Black History program to speak to you unique, beautiful people. So what I'm doing today, I'm going to speak to you guys about the subject of your top five friends and how much it influenced your life and how successful or how destructive it can be towards your life. Okay, so little thing I came up with for as friends in a circle, what you should consider. I call it the 3 M's. And most people think about M's, you think about millions. My last name is Mills, so I always tell myself I have to be successful so I can make some M's to match my Mills last name. So those 3 M's are, make you a better person. If you have a friend in your circle, in your top 5, and they do not make you a better person, leave them alone. Most of them gonna be haters anyway. Most of them are messy. Most of them talk behind your back when you're not around. I hear it, right? They gonna lead you one of 2 ways: to destruction or even dead. Number 2, your number 2 M should be motivating you. My motivation for me is my wife and my children. My wife always motivates me to do better. My children, I can look at them without saying a word to them, and they give me motivation. But your friends should also do that for you too. If you have a friend in your circle and they do not motivate you, leave them alone. They are not your friend. Number 3 M is funny. I want y'all to try to say money without smiling. Money. Say money. Money. Oh man, hold on, let me see. I see about 20 smiles out there. Let me hear y'all say money. Money. Your friends should help you make money. If your friends cannot be money makers in your circle, leave them alone. My friends in my circle share with me all type of stats and statistics of what's going on in the stock market. How can I invest my money? How can I flip my money? If your friends can't share with you how to make money, then they probably should not be in your top 5. All right, dad joke of the day. What is the biggest room in the world? Let me see somebody put their hands up. The biggest room in the world. Anybody know? What you got? There you go. She said the room for improvement. That is the correct answer. That joke of the day. The biggest room in the world is the room for improvement. You can always improve yourself. You should always look for ways to improve yourself as a person so you can keep moving forward. A quote that I heard and that resonated with me was, if you never take a step forward, you'll always be in the same place. I'm going to say that again so y'all can think about that. If you never take a step forward, you'll always be in the same place. So a little bit story of when I was in high school, about 12 years ago for me, graduated 12 years ago from high school. When I was in 9th grade, I had friends that were doing the wrong things. I tried to become friends with some guys. They was doing exactly what I was telling you guys, being messy, talking behind my back, so they'd be their friends. It was a football team. So my brother was a year ahead of me, so it was really his friends trying to befriend those guys. They wasn't the right fit. So I befriended the tough guys. And the tough guys were getting in all type of trouble, but they were getting the girls. And that's what I was in it for. I was trying to be the coolest guy, the most swaggiest guy, and get the girls. I see a lot of guys smiling. That's what it's about, right? Get the girls. And ladies, right? Okay. So me befriending those tough guys got me into a lot of trouble, started changing me. I befriended guys that was in my top 5 was not what I was taught. And my mom and dad found out I was hanging around those guys, they would not have been proud. So I also started seeing those guys do certain things like this. I started seeing those guys getting expelled. I started seeing those guys being in detention all the time. I started seeing those guys being kicked out of the streets. I also seen a lot of those guys drop out of high school because it just wasn't for them. Also seen a lot of those guys, unfortunately, get killed. Also, some of those guys commit murder and doing life sentences right now. So for me, that was an eye-opener. I said, if they're influencing the people around them, they're probably going to influence me, and then I probably find myself going down that same road. So I had to shake myself, and I got away from that. I found confidence in myself. I found out who I was. I found out who Don Mills really was, and I thrived in it. I became Mr. Senior by the time I was senior. As she said, I played in 2 state championships. I was a very, very popular DJ. I DJed all 3 proms in my high school. Also was DJing everybody's Sweet 16, so I was very popular. But I didn't do that without finding out my self-worth. So that's another thing, guys. Find out your self-worth. Find out who you are. That's very, very important. You cannot do anything in this life without finding out who you are. If you want to know your biggest enemy, yourself is your biggest enemy. If you can overcome yourself, you can overcome anything. Yes. With closing, goal setting. Make sure you set goals. I set a lot of goals in my life, and it's helped me tremendously. As I was sharing with one of you guys teachers, write those goals out. Put them somewhere where you're going to see them, like the refrigerator or the bathroom door. Somewhere you know you're going to go and have to see those goals. I set that up for myself. I wrote in there, I wanted to be graduated from high school. Accomplished that. So I wanted to go to college. I accomplished that. So I wanted to start my own business. Start my own studio. I accomplished that. I also put in there some money things. I said I wanted to accomplish making $30,000 a year. Check. Accomplished that. I said I wanted to make $50,000 a year. Check. I accomplished that. I said I wanted to make $100,000 a year. I accomplished that. Last year I made the most money I've ever made in my life, and that was way more than $100,000, long story short. So, guys, it's out there for you to get it. I also said I would share with you guys the recipe to success. So one of the things I figured out a long time ago is that a lot of people say what you want to be when you grow up. A lot of people want to be a lot of things. The likelihood of you being that is maybe unlikely because it's not worded the right way. The right way to word that is what you want to do when you grow up. And I say that because I had a cousin when we were younger. He said he wanted to be a lion. Well, how likely are you to be a lion when you grow up? Not likely. But you can do what lions do, right? I say that to say, if you want to be great, find out what it is you want to do. More than likely, somebody before you has already done it. Find out how they did it, how they became successful. Put your own twist to it and be successful. Guys, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you guys listening. You guys be blessed. I hope you have a successful life. And it was my pleasure and honor talking to y'all. Peace.